Yo, what's going on, man? Welcome to the TRC Ambitious Image Review of Power, Season 4, Episode 5. Don't Thank Me.
Yes, sir.
Great episode, man.
Great, man.
Let's go ahead and jump straight into it, man. Episode starts out with Angela running with her sister Paz, basically running from the truth that she's just discovered.
Right.
Because she knows she fucked up.
Well, of course. I mean, it's evident now. So, I mean, she has no choice but to face it.
Yeah, and the thing about Angela is no matter what, she feels like she has to do the right thing.
Right.
So she knows she has to do something. So she confides in her sister, and she takes the information to Mike.
Yeah. Which I thought was a dumbass move. But I understand why she did it. But I don't think she did it because she was trying to check on who was dirty. She just did it to see, let's see how they'll react. But I get it for the show. It was the move like you wanted to see happen, to see Mike's reaction. Because Mike's reaction in this episode was evident. Like, you know, he still don't know what he's going to do. Mike is lost. So,
well, especially because Angela said she's still going to find a murderer.
Right.
I feel like that part was just thrown in to show there's still tension between them two.
Right.
Because she's had tension with him for a while.
Yeah.
And as that's going on, we see Ghost talking to Silver about finances.
Mm-hmm.
And it seems like Silver's just trying to get at the fact that he knows Ghost sells drugs. He just needs him to actually tell him.
He's digging, man. He really wants the truth. He knows there's something there. And it's kind of frustrating him because, like, you know, as much he know Ghost doesn't like him. But at the same time, he wants Ghost to say something. I don't know why. I'm kind of feeling like there's more to Silver now because it just seems like he's just too interested in some things, man. I don't know what it is, but
I feel like he wants Angela because he keeps going to see her. You saw how he looked at her.
You mean Tasha?
Oh, yeah, Tasha.
Tasha, yeah.
He wants Tasha, definitely. 100%.
Yeah. But where's the motive in that? Like, is it just because he know who Ghost is? I mean, Jamie is, or he just know about that family? Like, that was kind of new for me. Was it just a spur of the moment thing? That was his first time.
He's one of those guys, man, that if he wants something, he feels like he can just take it because he's from privilege. Or at least that's what I take from him.
He's gutsy as hell when Ghost is about to get out and stuff like that.
He don't know the real Ghost. He thinks he do, but he don't. And on top of that, he's an attorney, man. You can't kill an attorney.
He may not think that, but yeah.
And as that's going on, Angela goes to speak to Proctor.
Yeah.
How did you feel about that moment?
That was a great move. Even though I hate her character, she's doing the right thing in this instance, you know. And I'm happy that Proctor handled that. I love the whole touch of shaking my hand. He was like, fuck that. Like, you know, that was so cool. I was like, yeah. But yeah, that was a good move on her. Angela made all the right moves this episode. Like, even if you hated her, you was like, yeah, bitch, you better say that. You better do this. Like when she was on the stand and saying all that stuff, I was like, you better not lie. Don't lie under oath. You better say it. So I was pleased with Angela in this episode.
Yeah, I was pretty much the same. I was in 100% the same boat. Angela was the hero. Mm-hmm. For once, even though you still probably want her to die.
Yeah.
And then Tariq confides in Tommy that he lost his virginity. He tells him that Dre took him to the party.
Yeah.
And then later we see Tommy getting in Dre's face about it.
Yeah.
What do you think is going to happen from that, man?
Tommy's smart, man. He knows something's going on. He knows that everything is not the same. It's just that he's approaching it softly. He knows that Tariq is already having daddy issues. So he's not trying to push up on him so much. He's trying to be the good uncle, you know, so to speak. So I think Tommy's playing his cards right. Tommy is like the smartest person on the show right now, I think. I mean, his anger does get the best of him. But I believe he's planning ahead. He's looking at the whole picture of things when it comes to it. So Tommy's going to find out one way or another.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he will. But
yeah.
Julio's about to blow the hatches off that.
Yeah.
Speaking of Julio, you know, we see him smashing the Asian chick, and she told him because he got texts from the other people. Apparently, Cristobal told everybody that he got extra bricks, and I feel like that might have been set up with that conversation that Cristobal had with Dre.
I didn't even think about that
because the Asian girl said,
"Yeah,
I seen him in here."
Right,
they were having a conversation, and he's just like, "Yo."
So is he gonna get ahead of that, or he's gonna get emotional about it?
He was about to get ahead of it, but we'll get to that in a minute.
Yeah.
Because then, as you know, we have the incident where Tasha goes to talk to Ghost in jail, and Ghost pretty much tells her like, "Yo, I didn't do this."
Yeah.
You need to.
Oh, you mean
down
Angela?
The phone.
Angela. You
getting
them mixed up this episode.
Mixed up, man. But Angela definitely. He's like, then he told her to go check the phone, right?
Yeah.
He told her about the phone, and I don't think she realizes that that's still the other burner phone that she has.
Yeah. I thought it was real surprising how, she gave him that bit of information about the check, but she didn't tell him about the surveillance at the time. I thought she was going to let that all out, but she just told him about the check. I was kind of reserved because I'm like, oh, why are you holding that information back?
Maybe she did tell him about the surveillance. They just didn't. There's no reason to tell him, or at least for us to see it. Right. You know what I'm saying? We already know.
Yeah.
It. So maybe that's probably why the conversation started the way it started, because she probably had just told him about the surveillance.
But yeah, I thought that was a good move by Silver after he got the information from Angela about the check presented with Tommy Egan to switch it up and put Ghost on the stand. I think Tasha was a little irked by it, but I think eventually she was just like, okay, I get it. But Ghost putting on the role like, yeah, if you see a lot of zeros, I'm going to remember that, and everything like that. They was real honest with that. And I thought that was a good move on that part. But what I wasn't expecting was Mike coming to the stand and basically putting all his feelings on the Ghost. I don't know if you caught that, how he felt about killing Greg.
Yeah.
He was translating all that to Ghost. I'm like, this is you talking right now.
Yeah, exactly. This is exactly what you did.
Yeah.
And you're trying to put it on Ghost, but I mean, hey, it is what it is.
Yeah.
I do like the fact that Tasha wasn't thrown on the stand. It was kind of like a relief for her.
Yeah.
Because, we had the moment where she finds out Keisha and Tommy are fucking because she's trying to put on a dress.
Right.
And she, Keisha tried to hide it, it's
oh,
a white
she did.
boy.
And she said it right along when she said it's a white boy. I was like, you don't let yourself out. She gonna narrow it down right there.
But you saw the way that Tasha was looking at it the whole time.
Yeah.
But the funniest thing to me was Tommy's face when he was drinking the orange juice.
He chugged that whole glass, man.
That joint was so funny. And then he comes out and confides in Tasha about killing Holly because it came up twice. He ignored Keisha.
Yeah.
When she asked, did you say something?
And that's a great callback. Once again, this show is great at referencing previous seasons without, directly referencing them. That's a bond that Tommy and Tasha have, Ghost and Tommy are tight, but we got to remember that Tasha and Tommy are tight too. And I think that helps Tommy a lot, I mean, he was already kind of going mentally insane, but just to know that Tasha said, okay, I understand why you did it. We family. I think that made him feel a little bit more better about himself. And I felt like he was dealing with that a lot emotionally.
Yeah, absolutely, man. And the whole thing with Tommy going out to Chicago because apparently Cristobal's people are getting impatient about the club being closed and them being able to clean their money.
Yeah.
What do you think is waiting for Tommy in Chicago?
I don't know, man. Maybe it's going to be just some tough talk. He's going to handle some things. But I feel like now that might create a problem for Ghost because now he has to get the phone to Tommy. And Tommy's not going to be around. I don't know if he's going to be out for a couple episodes or, whatever time it is. But, it'll be interesting to see how this is going to develop. I don't know if Tommy's going to bring back bad news or good news. And I know we were speaking earlier, is Ghost going to try to stay as far away from any kind of dealings or any kind of, meetings purposely? I don't know how it's going to happen.
When he finds out that Dre's been allowing this stuff to go through his club. And then you got to think, they're going to get that ransom. They set up this episode to really set up the rest of the season.
Yeah.
Because you said, Tommy left. We don't know how long Tommy's going to be gone for.
Right.
So he left the phone with Homeboy.
Yeah.
So he said, keep my phone on.
Yeah.
He wants the phone and stay on so that they can track it.
Yeah.
You know, so he's still off the radar. So
Yeah.
he's being really smart about how he moves. But you seen Ghost, Kanan being seen by Julio.
Yep.
Speaking to Rotami. Dre. Whatever.
So I don't know what's gonna happen, man. Cause I want to say Julio go off and tell Ghost, but I feel like the way he probably want to approach Dre for some reason. I don't know. He might want to just be like, hey, wasn't that Kanan or something like that? I feel like that's gonna happen. And I hope not. I want him to go to Ghost and be like, hey, I saw Dre with Kanan.
But you got to think, how is Ghost going to even bother calling any of them?
True.
When he gets out? Because Julio's his man.
Yeah.
Julio's his right-hand man. Like, Tommy did speak to him once in the blue, you know. And by the way, we did go back and check in season 2, I think it's episode 2, Julio is introduced to Kanan.
Yeah.
And by Tommy.
Yeah.
So he knows him. I'm not sure if everybody spoke about him dying, but he definitely does know him. There's no plot holes in it.
Yeah.
Very good writing. But I feel like he's gonna have to figure out a way to conversate with Ghost. I don't know how he's gonna find that. Like Tommy being gone,
this makes it
kind of
hard.
made it hard for everything else to link.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, they can make it a simple thing, but they could also make it complicated at the same time.
Right.
Which why I thought was cool by getting rid of Tommy.
Yeah. But let's go back and touch on one note we passed. Ghost, little outrage in the cell, man. How will that affect things going forward? Like, do you think that will come back on him, or you think he'll uphold the end of the deal and that won't come back to haunt him? Or
Which outrage?
When he killed the cop.
Charlie Murphy.
Yeah, man. Which was hard to see, by the way.
But before we talk about that, Tercetti.
Yeah, what about him?
Teresi.
Teresi.
He set it up from the jump.
Yeah.
He pulled him in the thing, said, I know you're getting transferred.
Right.
You probably need to look at, St. Patrick. He probably set you up.
Yeah.
And we could fix him up for you. So he got him in the room by himself, put a pin in the door so that way the door wouldn't close all the way. And then when Teresi came in and saw Ghost had killed him, he changed his mind that quick. Now I got him.
Yeah.
Change of plans. He killed Biscuit, your man's.
Yeah.
and then he proceeded to change his plan. Now he got St. Patrick under his thumb. So he gonna make them drops.
Yeah, he gonna make them drops.
And he gonna get that phone to Tommy.
Yeah.
It might take an episode or two. I don't know how long Tommy's gonna be gone.
Right.
But we also forgot to mention Stern came back into play.
Right. Which I'm irritated with that, man. And I'm highly irritated Tasha decided to call them. I mean, they could have found another way. I don't know if she just did that out of desperation. But I don't know where that's going to go. But Ghost going to be heated.
Yeah, it's just a matter of time.
Because he turned him down with a smile. Like, I forgot how he said it. It was just like, I don't need your money. I don't know how he said it, but it was so smooth. But yeah.
How did you feel when Tariq walked in that room and saw somebody and you didn't see them?
I wanted to think that it was somebody like one of the boys, but it didn't cross my mind to think about Jukebox. And I think it's just because we ain't seen her in a minute.
She's a cop. She would get the note that Ghost is out.
Yeah. So it made sense. And it's pretty cool how that's opening up to, like, I guess, back half of the season. Because it's kind of been setting up from last season, the whole thing with Jukebox and Kanan. So I think it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. But Kanan, though, I feel like he has a little emotions attached, man.
He does.
I don't think he's going to fully go with the plan. He's not going to want to have any kind of harm happen to Tariq. If anything, he wants to use Tariq for himself. So it's going to be cool to see how it's going to go, man. Tariq is still a dumbass, but,
And we got to talk about the most important part of the episode, man. The trial. Well, not even the trial. It was just, they're still working their way towards there, man.
Yeah.
And Terry Silver, brought Angela up as a star witness. And John's face was like, what?
Yeah, that was pretty eventful. And I like how he he did turn on her and say, well, you had a relationship with Jamie St. Patrick and all this other stuff. And I thought it was real cool how the judge was just, you could tell he was just like, yo, what the hell is this?
Yeah, it's like a circus.
It's like looking back and forth. Is this true? Is this true? And I was just like, wow. So this is how this is going to end. He's going to dismiss this whole thing. And I was just like, okay, it's a realistic way because it's just like all this stuff is happening. This is ridiculous. Like, what's going on here?
Yeah, both sides. Well, not even both sides. The prosecution side is hiding evidence from each other and all of this stuff. Like, yo, y'all need to get it together.
Right.
Y'all got this man locked up while y'all don't even get it together.
Yeah.
And I like the fact that the judge threw it out, and it completely caught me off guard. That
he did say, he was like, I hope if they bring these charges up again, you will get a prosecution team that is not like this, basically. But
I don't think anybody else is going to bring it up.
We'll see.
But we'll see. It may come back to haunt him in a year or two.
Yeah, but for right now.
Especially with Teresi still alive.
Yeah.
And being the only person that knows that he actually killed somebody.
Right. But what proof does he have, though? That's the only thing. He could go and say that was Ghost.
But then he would be an accessory. So yeah, he can't.
He really can't
already
say
in
nothing.
For life, but will mess up his appeal.
Unless that camera mysteriously works.
Nah, I doubt it. Because if that was the case, Ghost wouldn't be getting out.
Mm-hmm.
So 5 more episodes left, man. What you got happening?
It's going to heavily focus. It's going to shift the focus to Kanan just a little bit. I don't think solely on Kanan.
I will tell you that Angie had an interview with them, and they said Kanan gets crazier.
Oh, I bet. I mean, he's been hiding for too long. And I think, like we were speaking on, Kanan's just walking around everywhere and everything like
everything's
that.
all good.
Like, so I think...
No hat on, no nothing.
Nothing. He ain't trying to disguise himself any kind of way. Other than that, the trial aspect of the show might be done with. You might see a little bit effects on the prosecution team. I know John... Sung, I forget his name, the Fast and Furious character. I know he's probably like, damn, I lost another one. And he didn't even lose it to Proctor. He basically lost it to just his own people. So I'll probably see the ramifications of that. Other than that, I don't know where Ghost is going to go from here. It'll be very interesting to see how Ghost handle this. Like you said, he's probably going to stay away from the game, probably trying to be a little more in the club spotlight. How's that going to get open, though? All his assets are frozen.
He said it's just going to take a while because they're going to have to open all of it back up.
Right.
Maybe a couple of days. But when you're strapped for money, a couple of days is forever.
Right. Well, I know I'm going to see I think he's going to try to focus on his family more. And it's going to be interesting to see that. And that's what brings me to Tariq, because if Tariq's like full on kidnapped now, that's going to hit him harder than anything.
He can't kill Jukebox. She's a cop.
Yeah.
Or the other guy, because he's a cop.
Right. So I don't know. It's been a crazy ride, man. I don't know what they have for the last 5 episodes, but with everything that's been set up, it can go anywhere.
A main character's dying this year, man. So who is it?
I honestly don't know no more.
I'm going with Rotimi.
Well, yeah, I got him.
Andre.
Yeah. He's going to die.
I know he got a daughter. I don't want him to die.
As much as I see Angela, I don't think she's dying this season.
No.
Because...
we have a purpose for her.
Unless Mike gets mad at her. To kill her.
I don't see it.
How's Mike going to go?
He's going to get locked up eventually.
Yeah, but other than that, I don't know who's on the watch to die, man. We'll see.
Check back with us next week for the episode 6 review of Power, man. Check the podcast on iTunes, all that good stuff. Google Music Play, iHeartRadio, all that such. Follow us on social media and make sure you subscribe to this goddamn page.
Yeah, man. Keep the comments rolling, like, share, keep the conversation going. And yeah, I'll see y'all next week.
Yeah, man.
All right.
Peace.